This is Giovanni Di Stefano for SLI Media. It's Monday, the 21st of April 2008, and it is my second update on the alleged royal blackmail case. Now, what happened last week in court basically was that the jury was sworn in, as you heard from my previous broadcast there. There were certain submissions, evidence was presented, a very, very correct opening speech from Mark Ellison QC, who, may I say, has applied and has adhered strictly to the code of conduct of prosecutors, for which we from the defence, I specifically personally thank him. He has told the jury, which is very, very important, that what he says is not fact. It is a matter for them. They have to decide, and he's told the jury that the defence have to prove nothing. It is for the prosecution to prove its case. Now, we've heard evidence. The key evidence, of course, was from James Weatherup, the journalist who was involved in what are the principal allegations of this case there. All the journalists that were cross-examined all conceded that my client wasn't in it for the money. So what was he in it for? Well, that's a matter which the trial, of course, will take place. That will decide that. The two key people were the secretary to the royal and the lawyer, friend, in inverted commas, to the royal. Now, the first one to give evidence, of course, was the secretary. Now, she made it. She went out of her way to try and make a phone conversation seem more than what it was. Well, of course, the jury will decide whether that's so or not. But, of course, I can say that you telephoned me and said a certain thing in a certain manner. That's not evidence. That's for the jury to decide there. Now, more important, of course, is where I personally am quite humoured, is the French lawyer. Now, through this, I must answer the allegations that he has made against me. The first allegation he told in open court and told to the jury was that I broke the story to the Sunday Times to David Lepard. Well, I'm sorry to say that I can't take the credit for that. I would love to, but I can't take the credit for that there. David Lepard is an old, long friend of mine. It is correct. We do stories together. But it was not me that broke that story. That was from his own sources, and I suspect probably it was from the Crown Prosecution Service, because when the Associated Press got on to, the Press Association got on to me on a Sunday, the Crown Prosecution Service had people at Ludgate Hill ready to take answers and to take questions. Well, now, let's look at it this way there. The CPS that I know at Ludgate Hill don't even want to work Monday to Friday, let alone being ready on a Sunday saying, yes, you can name Ian Strachan and McGuigan there. So, for the French lawyer who hid behind the screen there, who didn't want his face to come out there, let me say this straight away, it wasn't me. In the song, if we all remember, a few years back, it says, it wasn't me. So it wasn't me there. Secondly, he said that I'm a charlatan and that I, of course, defend Saddam Hussein. And how can I defend blackmailers and everything? Well, I mean, let me just say this as well. You know, I have defended many, many people. I have defended and I have acted for many, many, many very beautiful women in divorces, in child custody cases. But let me tell you this, and this is directed to you, because I know that you listen to my YouTube, and I know that I have never married one of my clients that I have acted for. So, if we're going to talk about charlatans and things like that, that's where it is. But now let's go back to the question of the alleged royal blackmail there. Of course, the jury heard that after the evidence was finished, may I go back to my castle? Well, of course, the jury will make what they want to make of that, whether he goes back to his castle or not. Because the average everyday person doesn't have a castle. I don't have a castle, unfortunately, except when I'm playing chess. which is the castle there. Then I do have that. The jury will make what they want of it. But today, in court, what is more interesting are the French police officers. They are the ones that, as everybody knows already, where it was supposed to be that my clients were going to be arrested in France. Well, let me say this. What the police officers said was as follows: no demand, no case. And on that, I end this update, and I will update you again in the next 2 days. This is Giovanni Di Stefano on the 21st of April 2008 for SLI Media on the alleged royal blackmail case that's ongoing at the Central Criminal Court today.